Hi everybody, this is Kevin from Texas Yardman and More, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can replace a toilet tank flapper in your toilet. Some of the symptoms that you'll experience is you're hearing a lot of weird noises coming from your toilet area. You'll hear water running for a little bit and then it cuts off. And chances are you just need to kind of go in there and take the cover off the back tank of your toilet and take a look inside. And most oftentimes what you're going to find is that the toilet flapper has weakened and it becomes super flexible and you need to replace it. So this video is going to show you how easy it is to do. Anybody with the desire to fix this for yourself can save you a lot of money instead of having a plumber come out. It's probably 15-minute or less fix, and you only need just a couple of simple tools, a side cutter in my case, and something like maybe a needle nose pliers to bend the chain tab. So I'll show you in the video. This is an easy task that anyone can do. So I'm gonna come into the toilet area here and just kind of show you. I have one of these toilets that it's a high-rise toilet, and when I first moved in here it was one of the low-rise toilets, and I purchased this I believe it was at Lowe's. They're not very much, they were like $120, and the handle I replaced with a fancier handle, but it's just a basic toilet, and it has the 3-inch flapper. They make smaller ones, but this one has the 3-inch flapper, so you want to make sure you measure before you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or what other store you have available in your area. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I've got to remove this stand so I can get in and access the toilet and take the cover off, but it's super easy. It's this piece right here. It just lifts off. It's not secured with anything. It's just held in place with gravity, and I'm going to stop the video here and then I'll be back to show you what the inside of the tank looks like. Okay, I'm back. Just wanted to show you, I've got the lid off. I put it up there. You just simply pick it up off the back of the tank and just set it out of the way. I have this stand here that I just realized that I can't remove it unless I take apart the water line back there, and I've just decided not to do it, but I'll get in here and try to show you as best as I can. So if you look down in there, you'll see that blue stopper. That's what we're going to replace, and just simply, it looks like it's clamped on there, so I'm just going to cut it off right up here in this area, right where it connects to the filler pipe. It's made of a rubber material, or like a hard to soft plastic, and I've got some cutting dikes here, like some hand side cutters that I'm going to use to just cut it off those little stems there, those little white stems coming out down there. And I'm going to cut that off. And here's the new stopper. You can pick these up at any store that sells plumbing supplies, Home Depot, Lowe's, any of them that are in your local area. This one's a universal. It's a 3-inch made by Corky, and so it fits a lot of these different styles of toilets. Just make sure that yours is listed, and even if it isn't, it still might work. But you can see it's just a plastic stopper, more or less a flap, and it goes up and down like this. When the water raises and lowers, this stopper goes up and down, and then it seals. Down in there, there's the hole where the fresh water drains into the tank, into the toilet. And then that way it flushes whatever's in the commode or the toilet down the pipes into the plumbing system, into the sewer So I'm going to go ahead and it's going to be kind of hard for me to hold the camera and cut it, but I'm just simply going to cut the blue side stems off and then put on the new one. The new one actually is designed to where it has clips. So you can see I can just simply slide it in there on them. Those two little stems, one on each side, and it just clips in place. This one here totally encloses those plastic stems right there on that side and on that side. So I'm just going to cut them off. What happens with these flappers is they wear out over time. They get weak, they get soft, and I don't know, that could be due to the chemicals in the water like chlorine and whatever else they put in our drinking water into our water system, and they just get weak over time, and that's why you have to replace these periodically. Some toilets, they can run for years and have no issues whatsoever, but these here, they are built much better. They're more firm, and this will take care of the problem. And it's real easy to do. Anybody can do it. And so I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to turn the camera off here, but I'll show you once I get that out what the flapper looks like up close, and then what the new one looks like installed. Be right back. Okay, within a couple of minutes I was able to cut this stopper and take it out of the tank, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And like I said, you just simply, you're going to cut these off. You can see it has a solid hole, and there was, I did some previous cutting on this, so this was on there almost like permanently, but this is real soft rubber, and so you can simply cut this with a side cutter, and then you can just simply slide it off those two little pegs that I was showing you in the video. And then I did that to both sides, and then I was able to remove this, and then it has a chain on it. And so one thing you got to take into consideration is you want to measure on the new flapper to here and make sure you have the same length on the chain, and I'll show you that when I take it out of the new package. But basically you can adjust this. It's the same kind of chain that's on like a light switch, or like an overhead light that you can pull down, and you just simply adjust it by sliding this off and moving it further down or further up. And so I'll demonstrate that with the new one, but I just kind of wanted to show you what the flapper looks like. You just simply measure from the side to side to determine the width, and then this is just a simple ball that goes up and down, and then it seals right here on the drain, at the bottom of the drain, and then that, when this goes up, it releases the water that's in the tank to flush the toilet, and then that water goes out of the tank, and then whatever's in the commode portion of the whether it'd be the human waste, that gets flushed down the sewer pipe. So this just goes up and down like this when you toggle the handle. So I'm going to get the new piece, and I'll show you what the new one looks like. Just give me a second here. So here's the new one. We're just going to simply open this up. And it has some instructions on the back side. It'll tell you what toilet models it works on, whether it's a 2-inch standard, 3-inch large, and it has push peg, like push onto the pegs. That's what we have. And then you just simply compare the two to make sure that they're right. And even though this has a little extra flap on the outside, that's a good thing because that helps to seal it. This is the correct ball size. And here's the chain I was talking about. And on the end it has like a clip like you use for a dog chain or something like that. We're not going to need all of this length, but we're going to measure it out. So we probably need to go down, oh, I'd say a couple links per se. So I'm going to slide this down. Just simply take it off. And we're gonna come down a couple links, 2 or 3 links, and then we're gonna measure again, and that's about right. And so the next portion is, you can see this has a little plastic thing in it too. Just leave that on there, that's supposed to be there. And we're gonna go ahead and install this, and if you notice on this model, it has, this is what clips onto the pegs on each side. And you just simply slide it in, and it's that easy, and it's installed. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the camera, and I'm going to go ahead and install it at this point. And I wish I could get in there and show you, but I'll show you the final product. It just takes a minute or two to do this, and you're good to go. Be right back. Okay, so I installed the new flapper. It took less than 1 minute. That's how easy it is. You can see, let's see if I can point here. You can see that I just simply slid the new flapper onto each peg on each side. And now the flapper goes up and down, and the chain is set perfectly since I measured it from the old one. And one thing I did want to show you is that on this, you'll see on this lever that comes out that the chain is attached to, there's different hole markings here. And you always want to take note what hole that the previous chain was put through so that you can set the new one up with the same hole. So this one was the 3rd hole. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then I had measured the chain, so this is going to work perfectly. I'm going to go ahead, and one thing I didn't show you is that you can turn the water off to the toilet so that you can drain it to work on it easier. And so most toilets, if you look around behind them, they have a valve, and that is the cold water valve that you need to turn off or on. And you follow the same rules. Righty-tighty is to turn it off. Lefty-loosen is to open up the water. You'll hear it. So there is no water in this tank right now. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the water back on by simply turning the valve to the left. And you can hear the water start to flow into the back of the tank here. And it's starting to fill up now. You'll see this hose right here. Water is coming from here, and it's flowing through this tube and down into this fill tube. And then the tank will fill up to a certain height. And then there's a mechanism in here which it knows how high the water is so that it doesn't get too high and overflow. So we didn't touch this. This was in here already. I didn't have to do anything to it. We're just simply filling the water up. Once it gets full, I'm going to go ahead and flush it. And we're going to see how the flapper works. This is the part that takes maybe less than a minute. And it's already up maybe halfway already. And then while that's filling up, when you flush it, water comes from the tank down into your toilet here, and it flushes it out down into the floor through the into the sewer system. So those are the basic mechanics of a toilet that you would find in your house. Very simple, very easy to work on, and you can hear it. It has stopped. And we're going to go ahead and flush it. I'm just going to put the lid down here. see the flapper going up and down, and the water drained out of the tank, and now it's filling back up. And you can adjust that flapper by sliding it over to the left or to the right just by simply moving it with your hand, so you can line it up with the pegs, which I just did a little bit. And I'm going to move it over a little more. Sorry about the camera work. But I'm filming with one hand here. And it's filling back up again. And this flapper's wider than the one that was taken out of it, so that's a good thing. There's just more area to seal up. And it's just about full. So go ahead and open this. There, it's totally stopped. You don't hear any noises. That's a good thing. So water is not seeping through, making those weird sounds. Then I'm just going to flush the toilet here, and you know what happens after that. There you go. Toilet fixed in less than 15 minutes. And anybody can do this. Don't be afraid to try. It's not a very expensive part. I think I paid like $10 to $12 for the flapper. And then you just simply put this back on. This is made of porcelain and it's heavy. So you just simply slide this on the back of your toilet, and then you call it done. Easy job, anyone can do it. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, and if you want to be notified of any future videos, you can subscribe and you can hit the notification bell in the upper right hand corner. That helps my channel up. I hope you all have a great day. Take care. Talk to you later.